Hi, my name is Odin, I'm the creator of Superclub, and today I'd like to quickly show you how it works. We made Superclub to be the football manager board game. If you love football, this is the game you didn't know you'd been waiting for your entire life. There's nothing to think about really, just get the game, get a group of friends together, and get down to business. But even if the beautiful game really isn't for you, if such a thing is possible, you can easily enjoy this beautiful game. As long as strategic and tactical thinking combined with a small dose of luck, something you might find entertaining, that's all you need to fall in love with the game. So, let's get started. The objective of the game is to build a Superclub, and you do that in one of two ways. 1, get 100 points in a single season, or 2, win 3 seasons in a row plus the Super Cup. After you've done the initial setup and selected your respective colours, the game kicks off with a draft, giving each player a starting squad of 15 random player cards. And player cards are split into 4 categories. The green are attackers, the yellow are midfielders, the red are defenders, and the light red are goalkeepers. And these vary from 1 to 6 stars in ability, where 6 is the best obviously. But really good players are hard to come by. There are approximately twice as many 1-star player cards as there are 2-star player cards, which in turn are about twice as common as 3-star player cards, and so on. There's only one 6-star player card in the entire deck, a striker called Garibaldi, the Italian stallion. He might get some company later in the game though. Some player cards have empty stars in addition to their full stars. These are talented youngsters, and the empty stars indicate their potential rather than their current ability. There are multiple player cards in the deck that could become the next Garibaldi, given the right tutelage. And this is where you, the manager, come in. Now, after the draft, the game alternates between 2 phases, the season and the off-season. During the season, the players play matches against each other with points and possibly friendships on the line. And matches work as follows. Pick up your manager folder and hide it from your opponent. Select your chosen 11 and set them up in one of the 5 legal formations. Player cards lose half a star for each position shift, meaning midfielders can play as both attackers and defenders and only lose half a star, while, say, an attacker employed as a defender will lose an entire star. Goalkeepers are goalkeepers, they can't be played anywhere else, and no one else can be goalkeeper. When both players are ready, you show down. Later in the game, there will be additional elements to consider when setting up your team, such as key staff given different bonuses, a boost chip that gives losing teams from last season an extra revenge-fueled boost, and even some X cards which can be used in a multitude of ways. Matches are played in 3 thirds, midfield versus midfield, attack versus defense, and defense versus attack. You need to win 2 of the 3 to win the game. Count the number of stars each player has in the relevant third, add bonuses, and roll 2 dice each. Add it all together, and you get the result of the third. Repeat the process for the remaining 2 thirds. As you'll see, a good lineup will go a long way in Superclub, but luck always lures in the background, ready to mix things up. As you gain points, the runner piece, this cone-shaped thing right here, marks the points on the board. But you don't start the season from 0, not in Superclub. Rather, you start from your total squad strength, marked on the board by the base piece. So, how do you get a stronger squad and move your base up the table? That's where the off-season comes into play. The off-season has 5 stages, and finances is first on the agenda. And this is where you pay wages based on your squad strength, receive prize money for your table position, and commercial income based on performance and your level of stadium. And money is hugely important in Superclub, but it can't buy points. Not directly anyway. It's what you do with your money that counts. Which brings us to the second stage of the off-season, player development. Remember those empty stars we talked about? This is where you can fill them in and make them count. Developing players is free, but the better academy you've invested in, the more players you can develop every season, and the better they can become. And academies are not free. The third stage is scouting. A good scouting department lets you identify hidden jewels and sign them on a cheap before the whole world discover their talents. Invest heavily in your scouting department, and you can become a force to be reckoned with very quickly. Fourth stage is club development, and this is where you can invest in either of the 3 departments just mentioned, stadium, academy, or scouting. You have 2 actions in this stage per season, and in addition to the infrastructural investments, you can also use one or both of the actions to hire key staff that gives you unique bonuses either on match day or on the off seasons to come. The 5th and final stage of the off season is deadline day. 5 player cards from the deck are turned and the bidding war begins. It might be wise to save some cash for this stage, as you never know when Garibaldi might become available. When the new season kicks off, your squad should have improved significantly, moving your starting position up the table. But as your team evolves, so does everyone else's. Can you stay ahead of the curve and dominate for 3 straight seasons? Or do you aim for that holy grail of the 3-digit season? No matter how you plan to own your gaming session, soon you can own the game, or at least your very own copy of it. Superclub is kicking off a Kickstarter this year, and we can't wait to share more details with you in the coming weeks. Thanks for watching.